Okay, fine. I was like gonna change it to green flag, but I'm like, whatever.
Red
Red
flag.
flag. I once worked at a job that was so prestigious and so amazing and had all the great benefits, but I had so much anxiety every day and I would go home and cry. This is really, really early in my career. You can have a good working environment, good benefits, good salary, and be happy and fulfilled. And so I think a lot of what makes the job is not only the work, but the people around you. And at the expense of your mental health, you have to understand when it's time to pivot and to find something that's not going to drain you because you do spend a lot of your time and a lot of your energy at work and in these spaces.
I totally agree. And the other piece that I would add to this is that you are going to pay more in the long run to compensate for the damage you do to your mental and emotional health as a result of staying in this role. Stress can have serious health implications. And a lot of people just think about the short term benefit, the short term salary, the short term bells and whistles, and don't think about what they're sacrificing long term.
What if I don't want to live the way you live?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this.
Red
Red flag.
flag. This is another one that I'm kind of neutral on. I meet so many people every day that are so unsure of what they want to do with their career. And they're like, I'm not passionate about anything. I don't know what I want to do. And that's okay because you don't necessarily need to be passionate about something to do a job or to do a job well. I think we're all enculturated in this idea that you need to have this dream job that has to be fueled by your passions, but really you could just do a job that you're good at. You could do a job that pays your bills, that allows you the flexibility to live the life that you want to live. If you don't have them, it's fine to follow your skills as well. So I'm more neutral in the middle of this.
The way that I interpret this question is a tad differently. When I think about skills, about follow your skills, I think about follow your past or follow what your past experience has been. Don't follow your skills or don't follow your past. Meaning, don't base your future off of your past career history or career experience just because it makes sense or feels like the easiest thing. A question that I often ask clients when they say, I want to go for this role, and then I'll say, why? What makes you interested? And then I say, okay, are you pursuing that because it makes sense or because it's really what you want? And then they usually say, because it makes sense. And I say, okay, do you want to make a decision, a major decision, and a big part of your life, 40 hours a week, because it makes sense? Or because you actually want to do it? And they're like, oh yeah, good point. What would be a way that you feel you can contribute to the world, make the world a better place, and enjoy yourself while doing it? And oftentimes they actually do have the skills or some of the skills from their past. It's just a matter of, like I said before, recontextualizing them to fit this new future situation and to fit their desire. So I think there can be a really fluid transition between honoring your skills that you do have and the past experiences you had while also targeting it in a way that's more meaningful towards what you desire.
Green flag.
Red flag.
Oftentimes we don't always have the skills, the knowledge, like we're going into a new space where we don't have everything laid out. But I think the idea of going, putting yourself out there and just doing by trying is going to be the most important and the most effective thing that you do in your career. You do have to go through the motions, you do have to fake it, but also while doing that, you do need to put in the other work of asking the questions, trying to learn the skills, trying to do the things, because oftentimes many of the most powerful leaders, CEOs, executives across the industry, they all say, like, I didn't know what I was doing when I started. I didn't know exactly, which way to go. And I kind of learned on the job and learned by doing. And so I think that's a really important thing. Don't stall yourself. Don't halt yourself because you don't know everything. You don't have all the skills right away. Just start going, start doing it. And eventually you will be in a position where you feel confident and you feel comfortable with the work that you're doing.
So I definitely see the side of things of like pushing through, I guess. Going to get a little philosophical here. There's something really humbling about embracing the vulnerability of knowing you're not good enough or knowing you're not there. When I think fake it till you make it, I think of like pretending to be something you're not. And when we write and tell ourselves a narrative of incongruency, it separates us from wholeness. So to me, this really comes down to how can I approach this thing that I don't know what I'm doing and I'm inexperienced and I'm unequipped, and I can find a way to go about it and take messy action in a way that's aligned and congruent with me, and that brings me more wholeness.
That did get philosophical. I do have a follow up question for you, though. From your perspective, is the step to wait until you have it all together and have it all figured out to try and do it? Or is it to actually like just hop in, do it, and tell yourself, might not have it all together, but I'm not going to broadcast to everyone that I don't have it all together. I'm going to act like I have it together and learn on the job and go.
Yeah, exactly. I still think, even though one of us said red, one of us said green, like we're both saying still go for it, still do it. It's just different perspectives